Are live.
God says, be here now, now be here. Be here now, now be here. Let your breath start to move freely. In and out. Let your body calm. Let your heart open. Welcome everybody. If you can believe it, welcome to episode 16 of the practice. 16, this is number 16, so quite an eventful experience we've had since beginning of May. As usual, I am without.
It's right there. I had it prepared.
You actually had one for me this time?
Yeah.
Not the one you had to give to me? Friendly faces, friendly faces, friendly faces, friendly faces, friendly new face. Debbie. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome to our class. Welcome to our family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think everyone else is right. Yes, this is his second time. I don't see the chains or the handcuffs. times. Came with his own free will this time, right? Whatever that is. So what? It's Jason, isn't it? Welcome, Jason. Okay. Get right into our review. Our last class, we were talking about the whole notion of free will, and the whole idea that on a grander sense that life has given us this notion of free will in a way so we could give it back. That's the choice we have. Give back our free will and personal choice, embrace choiceless surrender, which is very free. That's real freedom when we release the need to control our lives. For a lot of people, losing control of their life is a bit of a scary notion, to lose control of their life. But remember, we're not losing control of our life to a lower power. We're not losing control of our life to our urges, our desires, our impulses, our fears. We're not losing control of our life to that which has been controlling our life. Because if you really want to look at what's been controlling your life, really what's been guiding your free will, okay, it has been your urges, your desires, your compulsions, your wants, your fears, your dreads, your paranoias. That's the person behind the curtain of free will. Okay? When you let go of that controlling your life, then the higher power begins to control your life. That's the power of love, peace, acceptance, what's best. So the whole notion of letting go of control of our lives is really we're letting go of fear controlling our lives, greed controlling our lives, anger controlling our lives. So it's not like we're letting go of control and saying what's going to happen. We're letting go of what's been controlling it and causing a lot of our suffering. So it's important that we are honest about our intentions and what we're doing. Key points: our worth is based on what we are, not who we are. Who we are matters less and less over time than what we are. Okay? Yeah, it's what your life is about. Okay? What is your intention? What is your practice? What is your purpose? That's really the worth of your life. Okay? What you accumulate, what you have, who knows you, those are just side effects one way or another. So eventually they don't offer much fulfillment. What is fulfilling is, how are you experiencing your life? How are you connecting with the higher power? How are you treating life around you? That's more important. It's okay to be disconcerting in how and whom we tell the truth. Asking compassionate questions can facilitate the impact we can have on someone who may not be open to the truth. And we talked about this last time. It's not just because we know something to be in the higher good that we say it. We realize that the practice it's a skill that we practice, but it's also an art. It's an art to be able to dance with someone, to be able to be in a partnership with someone or a situation and find out, just because we know something is relevant and in our perspective we see it can be beneficial, we always want to reflect into that situation and see what's really necessary, what's really going to make a difference, what's really going to bring a change. It doesn't mean that we're wrong for knowing what could benefit it. It's the art of it is, when is it the right time? When is it the right place? We want to look for signs that all those things are true as well. And that's when you really begin to go from the beginner to the intermediate to the advanced level of practice. You can start to sense. We're gonna finally talk about something in some greater depth tonight, which is we're gonna really start to get into what is intuition. What is this thing that I use the word so often and we talk about? What is it? How do I really develop this intuition? So I've been guided in my prayers and meditations that we're going to begin to delve into that and begin to share some insights with you so that you can begin to develop that more within yourselves. I know that's something you've all been hoping at some point the teacher is going to stop going over and over emotion and death and dying and emotion and death and dying and emotion and death and dying and actually get to intuition. So tonight I am going to get to that. We are blessed to be witnesses to and participants in the evolution of consciousness. Amen. In the development of the field of compassion. Exactly. Okay. How blessed are we to be part of it and to not only that we are all a part of it, but we are so blessed to begin to have the smallest inkling, okay, that we are a part of it. Everyone's a part of it, but the excitement to me is when we start to become aware that we are a part of it. And to whatever small degree we may be aware we're a part of it, okay, that begins to feed the motivation to become a bigger part of it. And everybody is obviously a part of it because we all exist, but to know we're a part of something so beautiful is a wonderful motivation to engage in that on that level more and more. Surrendering to choiceless surrender is the easier, softer way. Denying this creates insanity. And that's, I think all of us can speak to how true that is. The end of unnecessary suffering, and that's key. The end of unnecessary suffering can begin right now in each of our lives as we surrender personal choice, as we choose choiceless surrender and thy will. What is in the highest? And again, it goes back to what we talked about in the beginning. We're not turning over our lives to the practice tells us that we're not turning over our lives to a guru, we're not turning over our lives to an individual, we're not turning over our lives to a government, to a religion. We're turning over our lives to a higher power of consciousness that we know exists. We can quantify it in some way, that source and force of higher consciousness. We can call it God, we can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's that higher power, that sense of organization, structure, energy, and flow that creates this fabric of existence that in effect is generating something that allows us to have this experience. Okay? It doesn't have to have a story or a persona attached to it. It can be literally what is that creates this lattice, this fabric that life exists within. That, to me, that which gives me the ability to be conscious is what, in my mind, is what God is. It can be talked about in many different ways, but the essence of it is what is that field, that energy that allows us to be, and to me, to be in such a beautiful, dynamic, amazing way. Okay, I always repeat this because it's such a great line, and Sarah and Carla, so grateful that they came up with this. A healing for one of us is a healing for all of us. From this place of understanding, we share with each other with an intention of healing and balance, of acceptance, compassion, and love. That this is the place we're coming from. This is the place we're practicing coming from. Reflection questions. Why is my resistance to embracing? What is my resistance to embracing choiceless surrender? Okay. Well, I would start by recommending that the resistance is based in, well, what am I without fear? What am I without desire? What am I without compulsion? What am I without paranoia? What am I without dread? What am I without these emotional experiences constantly being a major part of my life? Okay, and the answer to that for everybody is, well, geez, I don't really know. What am I going to be without it? So one of the biggest reasons we resist embracing this sense of surrender is because until we embrace it and discover what it really is, there is a very big unknown of what's it going to be like? How is life really going to be? How different is it going to be? And the nature of our current space of consciousness is whenever we approach a situation where we are becoming unfamiliar, okay, whether it's better or not, it's unfamiliar. And in that experience of unfamiliarness, we want to naturally recede from it a little bit, okay? And we want to say, okay, I'm interested, but I want someone else to go first, right? You know, we all want to go through the door. We all want the experience of going in the haunted house. We all want the experience of going on the roller coaster ride. But we always feel a lot better when we see somebody go first, and we go, okay, it's okay. So, in my own way, that's kind of what my purpose is with whoever my life is impacted. I'm just going first and saying, okay, see, it's okay. And then a lot of you just kind of come right along. And in your own lives, you're the one going first in front of other people. So what I am for you, you are for others, you are for me. It's a reciprocal thing. But that's the biggest reason we resist it, because we really can't understand what it could be like to live without it. Now, where I experience, and I use words like my or I as just perspective. Now, how I experience life, I can't imagine experiencing life with fear. I can't imagine experiencing life with paranoia or with distrust. I there's a moment I have it, it's actually like, it's just very unfamiliar. Like, geez, why would I ever be thinking that I would have to be afraid? Like, I have to think about it that way. And that's what will continue to happen for all of you. It'll become more familiar to be in this, let's watch, let's experience, let's learn, let's grow. And it'll become less familiar to be in, oh God, I hope that doesn't happen, or boy, I hope that doesn't go wrong, or I wonder what's going to happen if it just starts to flip, okay? And it's not as the book teaches us, it's not an absolute segue. You know, certain experiences will evolve into that space sooner than others, and certain ones will take a little longer, okay? And we just have to practice the ones that are taking a little longer, enjoy the ones that have happened a little sooner, and realize this is just the nature of how things evolve. Not people, life. This is how it evolves. You know, I can't remember who I was. I can't remember if it was someone in this room or not. I was having this visit with somebody, and I was talking about how I think it's rather funny that humanity, as a species, seems to have a problem with the rate of evolution. Like, you know, we've only been, you know, walking around on 2 feet and evolving the way we've been for, relatively speaking, a very short period of time. But the nature of us is to look and say, well, if there's God, okay, why are there people starving? Why are there people being raped? Why are there people being killed? Like we've been around as an organism for billions of years, and it's still happening. You know, when you look at how long plants have been around, okay, trees have been around, forms of plants, amoeba, single-cellular organisms, they've been around for billions of years, okay? So they've kind of gotten their behavior down. They've kind of just settled into, this is what we are, this is what it is. You know, as an organism, we haven't been around all that long, you know, as an organism, as a creation. So it's, relatively speaking, it's an unrealistic expectation that humanity has of itself within creation to think that it should be done with these things already. Now, it doesn't mean we don't practice the elimination of inappropriate behavior, but at the same time, we have to honor where we're at as a creation within life and say, relatively speaking, compared to other forms of life, we haven't been around in this form that long. And we are growing, we are changing, we are becoming more peaceful. You know, relatively speaking, as violent as the world appears to be because we're so aware of it, I think it was Lily, I think Lily posted it, that when they did a mathematical comparison of the amount of war in the world, we actually have the least amount of war in the world that we've ever had in our history. I think it was Lily who posted that. Did anyone else see that? That when they tied up, like, how many people are dying from things, from war, from conflict, we are actually at one of the most peaceful times in creation. It's just that we've never been more aware of the violence. But relatively speaking, and Lily, if you wouldn't mind, if you could repost that to the practice book, it's just an enlightening to look at the math and go, we are getting better. You know, we are waking up, we are changing. But to cite gaps in human consciousness as a justification for the lack of divinity, to me, is just a complete step towards insanity. It's just so much opinion and judgment to come up with that and say, well, if there's God, why is that? And instead of saying, well, let's look at all the other trillion examples that show there is order and there is change and things are moving in the right direction. To me, that's insanity. It's just you're looking for the absence and not the presence, you know. So that's it for that. To the best of my awareness this week, what experience did I have that I can utilize for growth and healing? Boy, oh boy, that's an interesting question. Instead of even opening up to that question, I would say, which ones can't I? Really, what experiences can't I utilize for my growth and my healing? If there's an experience that you can come up with that you feel you can't use for your growth, you just need to sit with that experience a little longer, and if you do, you'll realize it's definitely one that can be used. Every experience you have can be used in some way, shape, or form for growth, change, which is the essence of healing. All healing happens in an environment of change. That's it. There's no way around it. Healing does not happen and change does not happen. Because literally, healing is nothing more on a base level than the reorganization of matter within a field of energy. Okay, what we call healing. It's just things are being reorganized to a higher level, and it looks like there would be no way for anything to be reorganized. That's why, if you could look for one of the biggest reasons why free will, based in compulsiveness, paranoia, fear, whatever, okay, all those base emotions, it literally limits the potential for healing. So when you look at why does the practice talk so much about not letting emotions make decisions and letting go of emotional reactions and minimizing emotional impact on your life, it's because those emotions are not pro-healing emotions. Those emotions are pro-survival emotions. And when you're in a survival state, okay, you're not open for change. You're open to escape, to survive, to make it. You're tense. You're trying to hold on to what you have, who you are, what's going on. Status quo on any level, okay? So that's why when people are living in this space, okay, where they're really utilizing a lot of fear or compulsive or paranoia or whatever words you want to use for the emotions, it doesn't matter to me, they're less likely to receive healing. For me, it's all about opening the situation up for healing. I'm all about healing. I want to demonstrate the healing power of life in everyone's life and in life in general. So to maximize the power of healing that inherently exists within the field of life, we have to minimize the emotions that restrain that power of healing. It makes sense to everybody? It's that simple. That's why there's so much emphasis put on why emotions can't be used to navigate. Because the inherent effect of those emotions on your matter is it keeps things binded. It says, I'm just going to make it. How can you be in I'm just going to make it and be I'm being healed? The polarity, the polarity of it, the energy of it is inconsistent. So what I'm really asking you all to practice by releasing free will is I'm asking you to practice putting yourself in a place where thy will can be done, where miraculous change and healing can happen. And you can be aware of what that potential is within your life. And once you become aware of it in yourself and others, you can't imagine going back to using the other emotions. Because they're the ones that were just trying to keep you alive instead of allowing you to realize the infinite potential and the essence of the immortality that you're actually living. You are actually living an immortal experience that becomes mortal when it's encased with fear, dread, survival. Okay? So there's a purpose to those functions. Okay? There's a purpose to being able to run from a tiger. There's a purpose to being able to fight when someone attacks you. But that purpose is supposed to be only for a moment. And then it's supposed to be dissipated so that the overall energy of healing can be restored.
So what you're saying is fight or flight is useful, but it shouldn't be the whole construct.
It's useful in a moment.
In a moment.
But it's not a way to live.
Okay.
Because it limits healing. It limits healing. And we can take it within a lifetime. It limits healing within a lifetime, okay? But what I want you to all realize is I talk about life in a continuum and over thousands of years of evolution in your consciousness, okay? Of what you call your consciousness. It doesn't just limit it. It prolongs suffering. Because it's trying to keep you alive in a space. It's not just about keeping you alive. It keeps you alive in a space of this, instead of letting you live in a space of this. So it's when more and more awareness is brought to the effect of one's thoughts, reactions, and behaviors on the ability for a person to heal. Okay, when that fundamental reality is able to be proven by science, that yes, what all the mystics and all the teachers have been saying for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, okay, that was put into a religious category or a mystical category or spirituality, that it really isn't based in any of that. It isn't based in spirituality. spirituality. It's based in common sense. But because these things are yet to be able to be proven by science, they're not considered common sense. So science believes it has the power to prove something to the point where it's common sense. But it's been common sense long before science could prove it. But when science can finally quantify that, wow, people that are more relaxed, more peaceful, more calm, don't make decisions from fear, that they have better long-term outcome in their illnesses, their relationships, their longevity, their quality of life, even more important. This is when we'll start seeing curriculum, which the practices through the nonprofit arm is going to hopefully become the spearhead for. There needs to be a curriculum of consciousness. Denise.
I think, like words are important and they're powerful. And so like I prayed this, thy will be done for years. And it really didn't do anything for me because when something bad would happen, I would just feel like, oh, yeah, whatever you want to do, God, just lay it on me and kind of thing. And I wouldn't see the positive in it. So I found this other prayer, and what I'm saying is, like there's so many different paths to the same place, that if thy will doesn't be done, thy will be done doesn't work for you, then there's other words that can be used. And the one that I found was, infinite spirit, open the way for my right home, my right friends, my right partner, my right position, my perfect work, my perfect health. I give thanks that it now manifests under grace in an easy, clear, and perfect way. Because I think it's important to ask first what you want, and then to give thanks for it like it's already happened. And once I started praying this, I had just that friend's portion of it. I'm extremely introverted. I have maybe, 8 to 10 friends kind of thing. And I had this on and off again relationship for 12 years that finally ended, within months of me starting to say this prayer. I had 5 other friends that, just left my life and very easily, very, no chaos, no drama, no anything. It's just, it was like the time was done and they just exited my life. And I was able to look at that and see each one of those situations as, thank you, God, you're putting me in my right place. You're getting rid of the people that, are not in my highest, good right now. And I know that you're opening this way for, new people to come into my life. And I could then see the positives of the situation and the changes in my life instead of looking at it as like, oh, I don't want this change, I don't like this change, things like that.
So basically what Denise is saying is the word she used, for whatever reason, for her, thy will be done, elicited fear. And fear stopped the changes from happening in her life. When she didn't hold those words, when she chose words that didn't bring about fear in her, okay, she was able to really accept. They were both thy will. Thy will was done. But she has a fear around thy will being done, okay? So when she changed the words out of that space, she found a compatible speaking arrangement that allowed the fear patterns to be released. This is just what I talked about. It allowed that to be released, and change was able to happen. So I would support everybody in that, okay? Whatever words work for you to symbolize that intention of thy will be done. Whatever words work for you, it's great. That's a great example. Whatever words give you the greatest peace, help you relax, help you be in the most loving, trusting space you can with a higher power, use those words. Use those words. Because it's all about changing the energy of your being. So I would never have a problem with any words that allowed someone to be in a deeper space of trust, alignment, and love with a higher power that allowed that to happen. Because they're just words. It's the intention. Make sense? It's great. Very good. Very good.
I have a question.
What?
You know that I've been dealing with a couple of addictions for about 5 months. And I'm wondering where addiction fits in with free will. Because I'm having a hard time understanding if you're addicted to something, it's not really your choice. But it was my choice to stop.
So addiction, okay, the first thing you want to remember about addiction is that addiction, when you get into an addictive pattern, it's a snapshot. That addictions start, they don't start because of substance, they start with a substance in a situation. So it's a one thing that's in a picture. And when your body is going through trauma or shock or pain, it takes a picture. And in that picture, it looks at what made me feel better, what made me feel better, what made me feel better, okay? And it'll choose, well, the sugar made me feel better, or the alcohol made me feel better, or believing in God made me feel better, whatever it was. So that becomes an unconscious way of coping with what you couldn't cope with at the time. So the addiction is based in a choice that your system made to cope with something that it couldn't possibly cope with at the time. And most of the time, those things happen to us either when we're very young or when we're going through a lot of trauma, shock, or pain. Okay? So it's the best you could do at the time.
I have a question about that because all of us have some addictions of some sort at some point. But ice cream was a really big addiction, which I'm hoping has finally gone away. But going back in our household, which was dysfunctional at times, at the end of the day, if everything was going well, you had ice cream.
So it's a reward center.
It was a reward. And so going back to that, it's unwinding all of those things.
Sorry.
So it's not necessarily something that you've done or allowed to happen. It happened in your environment.
It's a snapshot.
Yeah. And it stayed with you. And sometimes you can't even think about it. You go, why can't I just stop eating ice cream? Okay. But
It happened unconsciously. Sometimes addiction happens consciously. I was feeling this way. I used this. Sometimes it happens unconsciously, where it was just an innocuous substance that was included in a reward center. Okay, so to get further along in your question though, okay, how do you use giving up free will to stop an addiction? Okay, when you realize that what you're doing, okay, is no longer in the highest good, it's not working, that it isn't making anything any better. Okay, when you become conscious of the inability for that which you're addicted to really fix anything, solve anything, make anything really any better for more than a very short period of time, that's when you're giving up the choice. You know better. Once you know better consciously, that's the end of addiction. You may still be doing it for another 5 minutes, 5 years, whatever, but the end of the addiction is when you become conscious of the fact that it's not going to fix it. That it isn't the panacea, it isn't the fix for it all. Okay? From that moment forward, you're fighting giving up free will to keep having it. So you can just say, I know this is no longer my highest good. That's the words we're using. I will be done. Let this relationship become clear to me. You're only going to know more and more and more that it's no longer in your highest good. Knowing it's not in your highest good and continuing to do it and on an addictive level is so much, it's full of so much pain and suffering that it literally becomes easier to give it up. Even though you don't know, again, this is a beautiful question, it goes right along with our review question. Even though you don't know who you're going to be without it, even though you don't know how you're going to socialize without it, even though you don't know, because it's again, all addiction is based in compulsion, fear, coping. It's based in those lower level emotional patterns. You get what I'm saying? So giving up the substance is giving up the behavior. That's when you truly become healed of an addiction, when you give up the behavior. You give up the substance, usually first, but the hardest part is giving up the behavior. What the practice teaches us is, give up the behavior. Give up biting the toy, and then it'll be easier to get the toy out of your mouth. Instead of pulling the toy out of your mouth and keep grabbing it, what's making you bite that toy? Give up that behavior, and that substance will be powerless over your life. You won't want it.
Well, one of the addictions I had, I didn't understand that then.
absolutely perfect. Because you weren't ready to be who you are now. That's why you have to look at everything that leads you to where you are was perfect. You needed that medication to have employment, to maintain your ability to work, keep organized. It was perfect. There's nothing wrong with medication. There's nothing wrong with religion. There's nothing wrong with these things, except we have to give ourselves the right to outgrow them, to change, and to say, now I'm someone who no longer needs it. Okay? And that's the beauty. If we practice, if we continue practicing the surrendering and the giving our life to living more peaceful, loving, acceptance-based lives, we will evolve out of the behavior of an addictive person. We'll evolve out of it. If we just let go of it, we'll literally begin to change into somebody who doesn't have those issues. Not because we're quitting. No, it's because life wants us to move through the stages. Addiction is a normal stage of development, everybody. I got news for you. It's a normal stage of development. Everybody, whether they remember it or not, has been an addict to something. It's a space we go through. It's a journey, it's a chapter in the book that we're all gonna have. Because what do we get from it? One, we learn how to let go of control, we learn how to give up power, we learn how to ask for help, we learn how to realize when something is beyond what we can deal with. These are all practices of humility, reliance. It's a part of the breakdown that we have to go through in our ego. We have to let go of believing we can overcome things, and we have to realize that with the help of the higher power, we can be changed into something that no longer has the problem. That's different than overcoming something. That's becoming someone who no longer has the issue. This is one of the most powerful moments I go through with people that have been long-term in AA, which you're never going to hear me talk negatively about a program that offers people in a certain space an opportunity to be better until they evolve from it. But one of the hardest appointments I have with people that have been in AA, it doesn't matter how long, but they're no longer in the program. They're not going to drink. They're just not going to drink. They're just done. They're not going to drink not because they're an alcoholic or because they're going to ruin their lives if they do. They know in their heart they're just never going to drink anymore. They're done. Not because of an addiction issue. They have to give themselves permission to stop calling themselves an alcoholic. Because they're not anymore. They're just someone who would never drink again. Why would someone who would never drink again in their heart, for all the right reasons, not because of what bad would happen, but because of all the good things they are, why should they feel like they have to continue to call themselves someone who has a problem? When because of their work, their study, their mentoring of other people, they've reached this point where they're free of it. Life has given them that ability to finally say, I'm just someone who doesn't use any alcohol. I don't have to have a problem to not use it. I don't use it anymore. They're not an alcoholic. They're someone who's healed. Isn't that a more powerful symbol of the hope for others in the program? Not that they could stay sober. That's beautiful and wonderful, but that they can have mentors in the program that say, you may get to a point in your life where you don't have to stand up and say, I'm an alcoholic. You can stand up and say, I've been healed. I've been healed. I don't even want to drink anymore. I couldn't even imagine drinking anymore. Isn't that a more is not the right word, the next step of leadership and mentorship? I think that's where that program could grow a little bit. That AA could allow people that reach that level the right to do that without the fear of, they're gonna stop people from. owning alcoholism and they're going to stop. No, they're not. The program would never not do that. The program is beautifully based in owning it until maybe to a point where you don't have to anymore. Can we at least include that? To me, it's the same thing as, do we have to go to church every week as a sinner? Do we have to always start back at that place where we're just these people that need this, we need to condemn ourselves to keep ourselves in line? I mean, I think we can move past that.
I have a question. On the continuum of healing from any addiction, because God knows for 30-some years I was a Pepsaholic,
Right.
okay? I don't say that anymore. I went through hypnosis because I knew I needed something powerful. I knew it was bad for me. Now, 4 years later, this summer on the 4th of July, I was at a picnic and people had Pepsi. And it's not that I needed it, it's not that I really wanted it, I needed to try it.
Yes.
To see if I liked it, but where is that on the, and I hated it, but where is that on the continuum of healing?
I think that is a place that when life presents you that sacred moment and you know its purpose is that purpose, that the individual knows that. That it's not something you do to test where you're at, it's not something you do to prove
Or to
anything.
see if you even like it.
Yeah, that was a moment where you felt ready to have that experience. And in terms of people that have addictive issues, where there's I would tell them err on the side of just being healed. Err on the side of not testing. You're a unique bird in that way. Most people that are going to hear these words are not going to have done the extensive work that you've done. So I don't want to use the word because it's not a fear-based word, but I would caution those that hear this to say that, if you are a very long-term spiritual student and you feel confident in all the work you've done, and in that moment of confidence and knowing you wish to try that.
So it's not a weakness or a
No.
craziness for going back
No.
to it. It's just, I felt the need to do it. It was
Yeah.
a safe environment.
That's right,
And, okay.
and you did it. But that's not the mathematical norm. You're a very deep student of life.
Thank you.
Does that make sense to everybody though? Like, you have to know that about yourself. You have to have done the work and know that you're ready to have that experience. Okay, it's like you don't learn how to drive a car from a book and then tell yourself you can get behind the car and you can drive. And then let alone drive through the mountains of the Rockies, okay? You have to know you've driven through mountains that have been lesser, you've driven through mountains as big as that, and now you're going to take a ride through the Rocky Mountains because you're confident in the work you've done. That's where she made that decision from.
Okay, thank you, because I didn't know where I made it from.
That's where you made it from.
Thank you.
Which is well-founded. That was a well-founded decision. That wasn't an egoic decision. So that's that. So let's talk about intuition, okay? Now, what I want you to visualize with me is what's left when you let go of all the reactions. What's left when you let go of the fear, the paranoia, the compulsion, the addiction, whatever words you want to put around it. What's left when you let go of all that is intuition. So the reason the book talks so much about all of that, okay, talks about intuition, then the whole part of the book after that talks about everything you need to let go of, and then the end talks about intuition, is because it tells you this is what it is. Now when you get rid of all this, all that's left is the intuition. In other words, the more you let go of the other things, the more you have the one that's left. It's addition by subtraction. Because all these emotions are constantly challenging your knowing that everything's going to be okay. They're constantly challenging the notion that it'll all work out, it'll be okay over a period of time. I'm going in the right direction. It's okay. All of these primitive emotions are always challenging that notion, constantly. Now, the intuitive energy within you is the knowing, okay? It's the knowing of the infinite. It's the knowing of a greater sense of something. It's the part of our brain, okay, let alone our spirit, that takes large amounts of information and draws general conclusions that it's going to be okay. So it is naturally in opposition to the part of our brains, we'll keep in our brains, that are looking at things moment by moment and saying, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to work, this can go wrong, this can go, this isn't. When you can let that part of your system down-regulate, you can let it go, what's left is a greater awareness of the sense that things are going to be okay. That's the first step to increasing your intuition. That's why the book was written that way. You know, again, I can understand the way the book was written after years of looking at the book and how it was written. When I was being used to bring the book into creation, in that moment I had no idea why it was being brought in that way. Okay? I was too busy just trying to comprehend that it was even happening. So that's why the emotional practice of letting go of these emotions and getting them to be in a lesser state of control is so important. Does that make sense to everybody? So when people ask me, how do you develop such a strong sense of intuition? I say, well, I'm not being evasive when I say I practice. I practice not allowing emotion to have control over my interpretation of my experience. And in doing that, my intuition is in a greater place of authority to come to conclusions and share information. Not just about, remember, well then how do you have intuition about me when you see me? Okay? How do you intuitively know what's going on in my life? Okay? Because I'm not in a place where I'm using my intuition to look at my life. Your stepping stone is you want to get to use your intuition to look at your life. And then as it gets more developed, you want to use it to look at life. Okay? Your life around you, not just you. Where I'm at in the practice of it is I'm using it to look at life. So I can look at life, and I can receive information on life. Because to me, it's all the same thing. So in that, I want to tell you what allows your intuition to grow again. So first step is eliminate all the... The second one is continue to remember your oneness with all things. Continue to remember that as you look at life, you are not looking at someone. You're looking at that which you are. You're just looking at that which you are. You may be looking at that which you were, okay, when you were in a different place of consciousness, but you are looking at that which you are a part of. When you let the walls come down between what you believe you are and what you believe someone else is, you give intuition more room to shine farther, gather more data, bring in more information. Why? Because it's not going to cause as much conflict in you. If you're bound in fear and limitation that this is the way it is, okay, and your intuition to tell you something really important has to completely shatter that space of consciousness because it's no longer going to be true or relevant, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it very quickly. It's going to do it a little bit at a time. Because if it does it very quickly, it will create such a traumatic change in you that you'll feel like you're losing your mind. Okay? Where when you do it with me, the presence of someone, for whatever reason, allows these bigger leaps to happen with many of you that you wouldn't feel comfortable with it happening. But with me there, for whatever reason, I think it's the love and safety and security that I must, put off. That it allows you to just go, okay, I'm going to let things change more quickly. I'm going to let myself stop thinking it's this way and maybe think it's this way. But again, we're very early in the discovery of how this really works. We're very early. We know it works. We know that people change, and we can see exponential change in a person, which immediately then allows them to be open to a greater sense of intuition, which is a miracle in and of itself. Okay? But we're not sure how it all happens yet. That's the fun part of the discovery that we're in. We're like I keep telling you guys, we're the first 100 monkeys. And that number is, I'm sure, much greater than that. I'm sure there's whatever we want to call a unit of consciousness, okay? We're the first X amount of units of consciousness that are saying, wait a minute, there's something going on here, we should look at this. There's something worthwhile going on here, we should look at this. And it's probably going to make us have to let go of a lot of fear. It's probably going to make us have to let go of a lot of certainty. It's probably going to make us have to look at things a lot differently, but it's worth looking at it even if it means those things. That's what every explorer has had to do. Whether they were coming across the ocean, whether they were looking at the universe, they were willing to say there's something worth looking at here, even though it's going to bring about a great change in how we live our lives and how we view things. We're explorers of consciousness, potential of consciousness. The practice invites us into this experience with consciousness to see what's the potential in this intuitiveness. What can we really know that can completely change us? And how much are we willing to change to know that which we can completely become aware of? That's the wobble. Okay? That's what we were talking about in our visit when Kat and I had a wonderful experience yesterday. So intuition is one, becomes heightened by letting go of the emotions that wish to pull you into a smaller space of time. Intuition brings you into a bigger space of time, which ironically, even though intuition brings you into a bigger space of time, it allows you to be completely present because you're not wrapped up in so much of that. The second is that it allows you to know things because you are agreeing to be in a seamless relationship with life. Those are the two fundamental things you have to practice that allow your intuition to get greater and greater. Third thing is, okay, you have to be willing to have no idea how you know something, how you became aware of it, how it could even be possible, which is funny because it sounds like you have to be willing to look a bit crazy, okay? I think the word crazy in this context needs to be switched with you have to be willing to look different. You have to be willing to look abnormal to the herd and the direction that it's going in. You have to have a willingness to do that. And as you enter into the willingness to do that, then you have to be willing to, again, let go of the fear, the anxiety, the uncomfortable feelings that you may go through as you feel a sense of isolation. Because it's very normal that you will feel a sense of isolation as you enter into this space. Even though you're entering into a space of oneness with everything, you feel a sense of isolation, and that's because you're feeling the isolation from the herd. You realize, I'm no longer doing things the way everyone else is doing them. I'm no longer walking the same path that the most people are walking. I'm stepping away from it. Okay? So there's an immediate feeling of isolation, which is the most important reason why we get together every week as a group. So that we don't feel that sense of isolation anymore. That if this group does nothing more than remind us of the oneness that we're truly becoming in communion with. But that has a feeling of isolation at first because of the difference. But it really is you're finally coming into full communion. An awareness of your full communion with higher power, with life itself. This is a very, you guys are going to want to watch this one a few times, okay? This is a very thick visit. This is a viscous visit of consciousness. It's not thin. You're going to have to listen to it a few times because there's going to be things in your mind that are just going to have to hear it a few times and go, okay. parts of this that you're going to understand more and more as your intuition opens up. Okay? As it opens up, you'll be able to hear more, and you'll be able to read the book more and realize, this is what they're trying to tell us. This is what it is trying to tell us in this work. They're trying to tell us that this is a normal part of what we're all going through as we engage in this sense. As we engage in the intuition, as we live more from the intuition, okay, as we look at things in more of a timeless, immortal sense, doesn't mean we care less. We're actually more engaged, okay? Because why not? We're not wasting as much energy on fear and anxiety. It's a huge amount of energy we have to engage in love and peace in the moment. So it's a disengagement from this, which takes a huge amount of energy, and it's a further engagement in this, which, because it doesn't take as much of this energy, it's so much more powerful. It's an integrative energy. It's not a separative energy. It's an integrative energy. It wants to be integrated. It wants to be one. So you have more energy to integrate because you're spending less energy to separate. And separation takes a huge amount of energy because it's not a natural state. It takes a huge amount of energy to continue to convince yourself that you're separate. And when you don't spend all that energy, you have a huge amount of energy, thank you, you have a huge amount of energy to spend in your integration. And as you spend the energy in the integration, the intuition opens up and says, see. The nature of life is that we are one. That's becoming this kind of very normal statement, but it's not. People are saying it from a place of humanity. I'm saying it from a place of everything. Everything. This is our first discussion as we move into intuition. Those things make sense, that's what helps the intuition come up. Okay? And it takes practice. It takes practice. We're going a little bit late tonight, so everyone have just a few more minutes. I want to just explain one more thing, okay? What you're going to find is that you're fighting a pattern of what's called collective nerve cell depolarization, okay? Collective nerve cell depolarization. These are words I was given to describe this phenomenon. It is the same phenomena that happens when you have a seizure, okay? One of your nerve cells starts to depolarize, everything starts to depolarize, and before you know it, you feel your whole body having a reaction. We can identify with this. All of us can identify with this experience. The collective nerve cell depolarization is what you're practicing not allowing to happen. You're not allowing your circumstances to depolarize your consciousness into a fear-based organism. You're not letting the fear of others turn you into a fear-based organism. You're not judging that they're in a fear-based state, but you're no longer letting it stop you. So, for example, and conscious does this all the time, okay? So this is something, all I'm asking you to embrace is what the nature of consciousness is already doing. Do you think that all the fish wanted to come up on the shore and start developing lungs? Or do you think a couple of them said, I'm going for it? What made those couple say, I'm going for it? It was their ability to look at all the rest of them that are saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And say, I'm going to do it. That nature to overcome what we're talking about is within us. It is within all things. It is the nature to evolve. To say, what else is out there? It's what promotes us to look in space. It's what drives the whole process. You understand? We have to overcome that collective nerve cell depolarization that says, oh. The practice, in essence, helps you practice stopping that collective nerve cell depolarization so that fear doesn't have the ability to depolarize your system and take you into that space. And instead, love, peace, balance can move you forward into a space that you're really being drawn into. That's why it takes practice. That's why it takes practice to be around other people that are heavily in collective nerve cell polarization. Okay? Because you're fighting the herd mentality within you. Okay? You're fighting everything in your primitive energy that's saying, let's just hang out with the other 5,000 wildebeest because we'll be safe. Okay? When in reality, if you look at the behavior of the other 5,000 wildebeest and you look at it consciously, they're not doing anything you're not interested in. They're not really going in the direction you want to go. You're just doing it for a primitive form of safety that comes from numbers. Isolation or going your own way can oftentimes be the most intelligent, well-founded decision you ever overcome fear to make. It just doesn't feel like it in the point of separation. Does that make sense? Okay. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you for allowing me to share that in such an eloquent way. I would have never been able to do that, so I appreciate it. Chamber. So what I want all of you to practice, okay? If you would please, is over the next week, practice. And I want you to bring me your challenges, okay? When you come to class, we're going to make sure to put this in our reflection questions. I'll actually give you one. What are the challenges that you're facing in allowing your intuition to wake up? What are the, bring on them. Let's work on them. Let's brainstorm them out. Let me help you. I'm sure it's nothing I haven't been through. Let me see if I can give you some shortcuts. If you're having the resistance, I'm sure somebody else is. So let's bring up what it is. We are going to start today with someone who isn't here.
I'm changed my mind.
You have changed your mind.
So we'll put that on hold.
Okay,
So
all right.
somebody else.
Great. So, yeah, sure. Who wants to come into the chamber? Who wants to be in the chamber today?
Can I do it for somebody else?
Not until we do something.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So, Nancy, what would you like change around? Balance and acceptance. So let's just examine her energy. Examining someone's energy is easy. It's just putting your hands in their field and seeing where you feel resistance. Okay, it's how we feel resistance right in this part of what she would call her solar plexus. Again, words to describe locations are just words. It's really just the energy right here. So everyone, let's just reframe the origin of our physical matter, okay? Because I'm sure if I asked a lot of you, what's the origin of your physical matter, you'd say, oh, my mother, my father, my ancestry, whatever, okay? Let's let go of that. Let's just accept that the origin of our physical matter is a great space of unknown. It's the universe. I don't think anyone would argue with me that the origin of all our physical matter is the universe that we are in. Everyone agree with that? Great. So let's let the origin of our physical matter become the universe. Everyone, let it be for yourself, okay? Put your hand right in your solar plexus and stop being torn between this place you think you come from and where you come from and your past and all that. The origin of our physical matter is the universe, this amazing, expansive universe that we're part of. And we have no clue what the potential of that matter is because we don't have any clue for the potential of the entire universe. So truly, we are not spiritually saying that we are from unlimited potential. We are now honestly saying our matter isn't from Earth. We're not from Earth. We're from the universe. Because if the Earth is a product of the universe, we are from the universe. So our home could be something greater than the universe, but we'll call it the universe. So what we're all doing with you is we're all accepting the balance of a far greater power. We're going to say in the physical world, that's the universe. We want the power that maintains the balance of the universe to maintain the balance of our matter. potential because we're the matter of the universe, period. You can start to see as we really embrace a higher level of consciousness, it's not about faith. It's about just accepting the truth and letting ourselves be a part of a bigger truth, a bigger space, a bigger possibility, but very true. So let's really let all the limitations of our old point of origin go. There we go. We're not from a last name, everybody. We're not from a mother. We're not from a father. We're not from a last name. We're not from a limited space. We're not from something that was unable to love us. We're not from something that was unable to care for us. We're not from something that was unable. Forget coming from something that was unable, inadequate, abusive, or even loving in a human space. We're from unlimited potential, universal potential. We have no idea the power and the force within the universe, which means we really have no idea of the power and force within our matter. When you think the universe started at the size of a pinhead and how big it is, I think we can all accept that our matter has an unbelievable potential to change, expand, and heal. Let's just accept that about our own matter tonight. Let's accept the fundamental fact that our matter has an unlimited potential to change, heal, and go through transformation. Is that even a stretch for anybody that our matter has the potential to do that? No. It's not a faith statement. It's like, well, we have to believe that. It's so obvious. There we go. Now what that did with Nancy and all of us is it leaves this huge space of unknown open for us now. For expansion. That's what we're all about, expansion. Beautiful, Nancy. That was a perfect thing to ask for. That was great for everybody. What a wonderful statement. Anybody else who's here? Sonia?
I saw you.
What's your intention, sweetie? Beautiful ones. Do you have anything you want to bring in today or no? No? Beautiful. You just want to be present, right? I love that. So Sonia is stepping forward to really symbolize the release of feminine burden. And that any women who are still coming from a place of femininity and owning that space of femininity and carrying the boulder of that femininity, that they're the one that bring the children into the world, all of a sudden you can go, wait a minute now. The universe brings children into the world. Life brings children into the world. We're the vessel for their arrival. We are no more responsible for their existence. And so all the guilt, this is beautiful because she's just totally being a symbol for this, everybody. All the guilt, shame, karma that women have carried over their experience having children, feeling responsible and guilty for anything that's happened to them or anything that hasn't happened to them, that burden that the mother tends to want to carry or the female wants to carry, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It can't be the way it's meant to be. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Everyone hold this space. We're really holding it for all women to transcend being feminine and realize they are products of the universe. They are not overly burdened or responsible. They are here to be all the best they can be. And however that affects the light that comes through them, it does. And they can be at peace with that. They don't have to hold on to that burden until they feel everything's okay with the child that they brought into the world. That's an incarceration. That leaves feminine energy incarcerated. And it's incarcerating itself over a human being that it has no control over its decisions after very few years of its life. That is not logical. Beautiful. So send that feminine origin out of you. Embrace universal origin. Because in the end, you'll realize you've all been men, you've all been women, you've all been it all. So it doesn't make sense to hold that penance on yourself. There you go, Sonia. Wow. Thank you so much, Sonia. What a wonderful one to stand in for that. Dan stands in as a representative. Don represents everyone who's living in the world that's just always afraid. That lives with paranoia, afraid. It doesn't even know why. But because it's so constant and pervasive, they have to find a reason. And so they try and identify what they're afraid of. When really they're just afraid. They're just afraid. So the healing that's being done for everyone that's in this space is, you're just afraid. Stop trying to identify what you're afraid of, because that's walking away from the cause. You're just afraid. It's just afraid. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It doesn't mean anything terrible is going to happen. It doesn't mean you need to run. It doesn't mean you need to hide. You are just feeling afraid. Be with the feeling and dissipate it. Be with the feeling and dissipate it. You're just afraid. Don't try and take it somewhere and let it be woven into your life. You're just afraid. There you go. It's an emotional response that your body is stuck and your mind is stuck in having. You don't have to take action on it. The only action you can really do is just be with it, love it, accept it. Maybe you'll become aware of when it began to be a constant in your life. And just breathe as it dissipates, right? Like Don is, everyone is. Everyone just feel this dissipation of afraid feelings from your body. And what you'll notice as it happens is you'll just start to feel your muscles will start to relax. Your body starts to just become more open. In the end, it doesn't matter what you were afraid of. At some point, it's just, I was just afraid. Wow, everybody. Sorry we went a little bit late tonight, but it was a wonderful class. We had so much fun. And